And a motion to revoke deferred
And this is
deferred
cause number
probation.
24, DCCR
Pled true to counts
1008.
2, 3,
Mr. Bell was
4,
previously in
6,
court.
7, 9,
Entered
and
pleas of
10.
true,
And a motion
and,
to revoke
there was not
deferred
an agreement
deferred
on probation for aggravated assault
Pled
with a
true to
deadly
counts
weapon.
2, 3,
And there's also
4,
medical
6,
records
7,
of
9,
how
and
he
10.
lost his leg
And
recently,
there was not
from
an agreement
being run
on
over by
probation for
a
aggravated
truck
assault
while
with a
working.
deadly weapon.
Okay.
And there's also
in
medical
addition,
records
to the
of
fact
how
that
he
we
lost his leg
Plaintiff
recently
underlying case, which he
from
is on
being run
probation.
over by a
Looked like a
truck
stretch to
while
even
working.
put him on the
Okay.
probation. Probably in addition, Judge, she was very adamant that we were called wanting probation or even non-prosecuting, and she came and testified. Looked like a stretch to even put him on the probation. You could advise them both. She was very adamant about wanting probation or even non-prosecuting, and she came and testified before you. I know that's been a concern, that you could advise them both with respect to the no contact order, which
Okay.
either one of them were
And
following.
if the court would also remember, she was expecting
I know that's
another
been a
child.
concern.
They are expecting
Had some
another child.
difficulty.
She's
So
also-
what, go ahead and make argument, and then I'll,
She's also controlling the checking account. He's getting settlement child, and he's providing.
so what, go ahead and make argument, and then I'll,
She's also controlling the checking account. He's getting the other settlements, but he does have providing the money to her. She can't to children. He has mental health problems. He's had some problems. He does have a place to stay. Possibly smoking marijuana. He's contributed to. He has mental health problems that he has gone through, and he's had some problems in reference to. Had some medical, possibly smoking marijuana. And he's contributed to. He's lost things that he has gone through in life. That was due to had some medical in reference to for him amputation. We're asking Judge that you continue him on probation. He does have obligations with backing up his significant other over him in reference to the newborn. We're asking Judge that you continue him on probation. He does have obligations with maybe give him some direction. One last time, he was put on probation. If there's some program that he can have reporting, he's trying to pay or has been paying, maybe give him some direction and try and do stuff. One last time, he was put on probation. I've had extensive conversations reporting he's trying to pay or has been paying. Tried to tell her the way it has to be. I think he just needs a little bit of a correction. I've had extensive conversations, talked over the phone. I've tried to tell her the way it has to be, separation until they learned how to possibly get along and talked over the phone. So that's what we're asking, the way that it would have to be in reference to separation until they learned how to possibly.
Ms.
get
Lopez,
along.
if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, you may proceed.
Ms. Lopez, would you please state your full name for the record?
Ms. Lopez, if you'll raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, you may proceed.
In account number one, state your full name for the record.
Rachel Lopez.
And immediately report to you.
I am the high medium risk officer at adult probation here in Jefferson County.
In account number one.
There were multiple instances throughout the time that he was reporting where I would attempt to call the number he had provided at a previous office visit and would not be able to reach him. So there were multiple instances throughout his associates reporting where I would someone else who would answer who would then say previous office visit and would not be able to reach him. It's standard. I would have to then search that there's his associates contact information. Someone else who would answer who would then say, we'll let out call information. So it's standard in our court orders that they're supposed to keep their contact information updated due to the fact that most of the time I cannot give out certain information to other people due to confidentiality. Yes, when he submitted that urine analysis that date, it was clear in the cup, and I did make a note of that in my chrono. It should be noted that yes, when someone is extremely hydrated, their urine is not crystal clear. And so when I did make a note of that in my chrono, that day it should be noted to do something to make it extremely hydrated. Their urine is not while the drug test reflects negative. So when I specifically asked him in the office taken that day, did you do something to make it negative? He said yes.
And in fact, you and I
So
have had a
while the
lengthy
drug test
conversation in the
reflects
past about
negative,
his
he admitted in
use
the
of or
office that he had
suspected
taken
use of
something,
K2
drank
synthetic
something
marijuana,
to
which led
adultery.
to
And
And in fact, you and I have
negative
had a lengthy
UAs
conversation in the past about just the nature of
use
that,
of
or suspected use of
Ms.
K2
Struther,
synthetic
our UA
marijuana,
tech, has
which led
explained to
to
me that
possible
K2 is a difficult
negative
drug to
UAs
drug
when in
test
fact
for.
he would be
Because
positive
much
just due to
like
the nature of that
The
synthetic.
flu, there are multiple strains
our
of
UA
K2
tech has
drugs
explained
out
to me
there, and
that
our
drug
K2
test
is
can
a
only
difficult drug to
specifically
drug
test
test
for
for. Because much like
he had not
the
used that
flu, there are
specific type
multiple strands
test
of K2
And so the
drugs
incident
out there,
reports
and
that
our
I
drug
received
test
can
through
only
Beaumont
specifically
PD
test for
indicated that
type.
the
And so
effects
he had
that
not used
they
that
were seeing
specific
in the
type
reports
to test
indicated
negative.
synthetic
And
marijuana.
so the incident reports
That
that I
information is
received
also
through Beaumont
reflected in your
PD
update to support
indicated
correct.
that the
With respect
effects
to
that they
how
were
his
seeing in
behavior
their
appeared to
reports
be
indicated
altered
synthetic
involving
marijuana use.
odd
And
hour
that
information is also reflected in your update to support correct.
Regardless
With
of whether or
respect
not
to how his behavior appeared to be altered involving odd hour showing at odd places, odd hour, revoked, etc. Regardless of whether or not they mutually agree.
I do not know.
And I believe your
I have some
recommendation.
questions.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, did you ever get his record from,
Updated PSI.
I believe so, yes. I do not
and is he
know.
under current, is he under medication?
Not
questions.
during
Yes, sir.
the
Ma'am, did you ever
time
get his
of all of
record
this
from,
taking place. I know that since
I
he has been
believe
out,
so,
on-
yes.
he was out on
And
bond.
is he under
I believe
is
he went to
under
spinal tap
medication?
as of August
Not
11th.
during,
That was when
he
the
began
time
having his
of all of
medication
this taking place. I know that
In
since
your
he has been
report,
out on, he was out
you
on
stated in
bond.
the first
I
or
believe
second
he went to spinal
paragraph
tap as of
that,
August
while the
11th,
defendant does
and that was
report
when
as
he
directed,
began having his
he has
medication.
made basic efforts towards
In your
paying his
report,
fees. You stated in the first or second paragraph. And then you also started receiving phone calls from the victim. Did you have any dealings with the victim at all? You feel he has been reported.
I was.
And then you also started receiving phone
Not-
calls from the victim. Did you have any dealings with the victim at all? Realize that there was
I was, yes.
And how many children after your interaction with?
I believe they
Three or four.
currently have 3 children
And
together. I believe this
do
is
you
the
realize
fourth.
that I told you that there was a settlement and how many child children in reference to?
I believe they currently have 3 children together.
He
I
told
believe
me that
this
at the
is
jail when I
fourth.
did my PSI
I told you
update.
that there was a settlement with Scott Brown in reference to settlement checks, quarterly settlement checks. In which
He told me that at the jail when I did my PSI update. That I don't have any other.
You did also receive telephone calls from his mom, correct?
Correct.
And basically, she
That I don't
said
have
that he's
any
talking out of his head, he has mental health issues, right?
She
You
did
did
at one
also
time.
receive, she didn't know, telephone calls has to be between
Correct.
April and basically she
Yes.
said that he's talking out of his head.
Specifically
he has
whenever
mental
he
health
was
issues,
out on
correct?
bond. She did at one time.
She didn't know, well, that was, has to be between, to be kind of delusional state, right?
Yes.
Unable to
Specifically
remember,
whenever he was out on bond.
taking medications or he did appear
was on some type of
under,
medication,
to
correct?
be kind of delusional state, correct?
Anything else, Ms. Morfino?
Unable to remember, reference taking
I don't know
medications or
yet what I'm going to do, but
He was on
if,
some type of medication, correct?
is there any reason based on
Anything
the
else, Ms. Morfino?
injury that Mr.
I
Bell
don't know
could not go
yet
to
what I'm gonna
special
do,
needs
but
safety? If,
Is that
is there
something that
any
would prevent
reason
him from going?
based on
Do
the
not believe.
injury
Don't think so.
that Mr. Bell
think so.
could
I
not
think there
go
are
to
people
special
that have
needs
gone to
safety?
Spindle Top that are in
Sure.
wheelchairs.
Is that something that would prevent him
Yeah.
from going?
I said Spindle Top, I'm sorry.
Do
Stacy.
not Yeah.
believe so. But
Don't
I
think
think he
so.
would still be able to go. I think it
You don't
would be
think so?
under, I think there are
Special
people that have.
Right,
gone to
that's what I
Spindle
would,
Top that
if
are-
that
Sure.
were an option, it would be special needs because
Yeah.
that would
I said
address
Spindle Top, I'm sorry. Stacy.
both of the,
This is mental health.
So I think he
Yeah,
would still be
that's
able
what
to
it's
go. I think
for.
it would be under special.
I mean, and
needs.
and
Right,
here's
that's
the
what I would,
thing.
if that were an
I think
option,
a
it
lot
would
of the
be
mental
special
health
needs because
is
that would
because you're
address.
using synthetic
both of
marijuana.
this
I mean, that's gonna, so
Yeah.
that's what it's for.
Ms. Morfino,
I mean, and
anything else?
and here's the thing. I think a lot of the mental health is because you're using synthetic marijuana. I mean, that's gonna, so, Ms. Malfino, anything else? And that's the only thing that's keeping me from doing probably what needs to happen.
I do think it's important, and I didn't want to hide behind. But I don't have an interim update that she gave to her. That's
I haven't heard anything
I have
keeping me
not
from
heard
doing
anything
probably what
since
needs to happen.
all this happened.
But I don't have
She-
an
I mean,
interim update.
The reality is she's called me multiple times.
Have you heard anything?
I have not heard
Complained
anything
that Brandon's
since
here and she wants him
all of this
gone.
happened.
But Miss Lopez, please don't send me to
She,
jail.
I mean, she is very
The
back
reality
and
is
forth
she's
about it.
called me multiple
My
times.
largest
and
concern, Your
complained
Honor,
and said
is
Brandon's
that
here and
the
she wants him gone.
offense that the
But Miss
defendant
Lopez,
on
please don't
probation
send me to
for
jail.
is
She is very back and
extreme.
forth about it. And
My largest
issue in
concern,
truth,
Your
is the
Honor,
fact that
is
Mr.
that
Belt's not
the
taking any responsibility
offense
for
that
it.
the defendant
I know.
on
I don't
probation
disagree.
for
Can I
is
just have one question?
extreme. And my biggest issue in truth is the fact that Mr. Bell does not take any responsibility.
When did your accident happen?
At all.
I don't disagree.
Can I just have
November
a
4th.
question of last year? Did this accident last year?
So all this has happened since he's been on probation.
This
Prior.
When did your accident
His
happen?
accident was prior to when he was placed on probation.
Right.
No, but how about the incident itself? Last year.
So all this has happened since he's been
Oh,
on
the
probation.
underlying
offense? April of last year. So the underlying offense was prior
Prior
to the injury, but the injury was prior to probation.
the
where he's
underlying
still
offense?
April of last year. So the underlying
regardless
offense
of
was
the-
you can still do
Prior to
things
his-
to the injury.
to injure
But the
someone, to
injury was
harass
prior to
someone,
probation,
to
where
put someone
he's
in
still
fear.
with or without a leg. I mean, regardless of the, you,
And that's
you
what
can
he's
still
done.
do
That's what you've
things
done.
to injure someone, to harass
make
someone,
babies with her.
to put someone
mean,
in fear,
I don't
with
know.
or without a leg. I mean, that she was
And that's what
pregnant.
he's
The whole
done. That's what you've
point of
done.
this is you beat the crap
Still
out
make
of her when
babies
she
with
was
her.
pregnant.
I mean,
and now
I don't know.
Child.
And now we've got the fourth.
Correct.
I mean, that she was pregnant. The whole point of this is you beat the crap out of her when she was pregnant, and now
Third child.
and now we've got the fourth. Can we do a call for
Ivory on the mail, you did call for her and see if
I don't know
for
if
some
that's
reason
gonna help
she showed up
either,
today.
though. We've done
Sure.
that before.
It's the speaking
There was a
for
no
Ivory on the mail.
contact. Can we do a call for? And now we have another baby. So obviously there was contact.
I don't know if that's gonna help
From what
either,
I
though.
found
We've
out
done
there.
that before.
There was a
I
no
don't need
contact,
Snickers from the
and now we have another
gallery.
baby. So obviously there was contact.
Every time they got I found out her is when she got on the phone.
I don't need. But she
Snickers
got on the
from
phone.
the
But that's him
gallery.
blaming.
I'm not
He
calling.
beat her. He admitted. You admitted
Every
to
time
beating
they got
her.
mad at each other is when she
So
got on
she's
the phone.
probably scared when he
But
gets
she
mad.
got on the phone,
and then
but
it gets
that's
okay,
him
and then he gets
blaming.
mad, and he doesn't know how to
beat
get
her.
mad without
He
beating the crap
admitted-
out
you
of
admitted
her. to beating her.
I didn't get that indication.
So
Judge.
she's
She
probably
said to my
scared when he
office
gets
every
mad,
other day,
and then
she's
it gets
called.
okay, and then
I
it gets
mean,
mad, and
it's
he doesn't
really-
know how to get mad without beating the crap out of her.
I'm not in
I
disagreement.
didn't get that
Ms. Bell is
indication,
also the
Judge.
problem,
She's been
but
to my office
biggest
every
concern
other
here
day,
is their
she's called.
Separation.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
really,
I don't care if they stay together or not.
I'm not in
Frankly,
disagreement.
Yeah.
I'm more
Ms. Bell
concerned
is
about
also
the
problem,
children.
but
My
involved
biggest
in this.
concern here is their children.
separation.
Yeah.
Because of the violence
I don't
that
care
they're
if they
being
stay
subjected
together or
to.
not, admittedly and frankly.
Whether
Yeah.
or
I'm
not
more
the two
concerned about these
the
adults
children
can
reconcile
reconcile
is between them, but there are children involved that I am extremely because of the violence that they're being subjected to.
I agree. All right.
Whether or not the two
Here's what I'm
of
gonna
these
do,
adults
Mr. Bell.
can reconcile.
I don't
is
feel like I
between
have
them,
any
but there
other
are children
choice at
involved
this
that I am
point but
extremely
to
concerned
protect
about.
your children.
I agree.
And to
All
protect
Here's
your.
what I'm gonna
do, Mr. Bell. I don't know if y'all are married. I don't feel like I have any
girlfriend,
other
wife,
choice
mother of your children
at this
from
point,
you.
but to protect
your children,
understand
the mental
and
health
to
issues.
protect.
From
From
what
what
I
I can tell, most of those are
I don't know if y'all are
self-induced
married,
because you were
girlfriend,
using
wife,
mother of your
K2
children from you.
There haven't been an incident since
I
I've been on
understand the mental
That's
health
not
issues.
probation. I haven't
From
had
what
no
I can
abuse
tell,
cases. I've
most
been
of those are
on
self-induced
Okay, so you haven't
because you were
abused her,
using.
but you weren't even
There haven't
supposed to be
been- there haven't been
around
an
her.
incident
I
since I've
gave
been
you
on
a.
probation.
Don't talk over me.
That's not true.
Because y'all came. I told you.
Okay,
When
so
I
you
put you
haven't
on
abused
probation,
her,
that
but
she
you weren't even
cannot give you
supposed to be
permission to
around her.
violate my
I
order.
gave you a.
Don't talk over me. She can't say
Because y'all
it's
came- I
okay.
told
Come on
you.
over. When I put
She
you on
came to my
probation,
house. I was staying in
that
the
she
house.
cannot
was
give
staying
you
there.
permission to
Lock the door,
violate
kick her
my
out.
order. You're the one that's going to go to prison.
She said
She can't
that she
say
called
it's
law to kick
okay.
me
Come
out.
on
You
over.
said it was, she still was I was staying in the
issue.
house. She was
Lock the door, kick her out. You're the one that's going to go to prison.
She called the laws to kick me out. Calling the laws on me every time she come to my house. I paid $100,000 cash.
Why are you still having sex with her and having babies?
That was early on.
Early on when? We've only been doing this for 6 months. Why are you still having sex with her and all this has happened in 6 months? On probation. Early on when? We've only been doing this for 6 months. You've had 6 months, and all this has happened in 6 months on probation. So what if she shows up at your mom's house?
She's gonna have a baby next week. She's not gonna show up over there. She know her and my mama don't get along. 3 months before.
Probably for good reason. So what if she shows up at your mom's house?
There is a problem there.
She's not gonna show up over there. She know her and my mama
We
don't get
talked
along.
about possibly.
Probably for good reason.
Seeing the kids without her at mom's. I would represent to the court that there is a problem there, Judge, because there's something even between when her we talked and about mom, possibly with him seeing the kids without. I know his mom's, and that was a possibility. He's gotten in trouble. There's something between her and mom. She's very straight. And I know his mom, his brother was the one, his brother has gotten double burglarizing cars. She has very stable job in the bank. She's very straight laced. I know his brother was the one in the West. She is very straight laced, and she just couldn't get off as one of the owners stopped him because of the shot
So,
on the road. But he needs something, Judge.
well, but we tried to give it to him.
Well, I'm talking about.
I have money now to pay for my battery
So-
class too. I have money to
But
pay
he
for
needs
my battery
something
class and pay off my
that's-
probation.
Well, but we tried to give it to him. Worried
Well, I'm
about
talking about-
you paying all things as I am, you having continued contact with her.
I'm not gonna be in contact
I'm
with
not
her anymore.
as worried about
Is there a way
you
that
paying
she
all
put him
things
on
as I am, you having continued contact with her. I'm going to make my decision
I'm not gonna be
today
in contact with her anymore.
because I'm absolutely, if I leave him on probation, he's going to safety, period. So we're not going to get out and see how we do. I'm going to make my decision without having some kind of treatment. Because I'm absolutely, if I leave him on probation, he's going to safety, period.
Just don't take him far.
So we're not going to
Mr.
get out and
Burbank, you're
see how we
asking
do
that I
and take that
continue
chance without
Mr.
having some
Bell
kind
on
of treatment.
probation. Ms. Moff, I don't know.
With
Y'all hold on a
treatment.
second.
I
Just
know
don't
Ms.
take him
Lopez has
far.
made her position
Mr.
very
Burbank,
clear.
you're asking that I
Ms.
continue
Malfino, what is the
Mr. Bell
state's
on
position?
probation.
Ms. Malfino, with treatment. I know Ms. Lopez has made her position very clear. Ms. Malfino, what is the state's
Depending on
position?
what she's been dealing with, a lot better, probably has
Judge, I
a slightly
certainly
different perspective on the kid, other than what I did. She knows to, depending on what she's been dealing with, a lot better, that probably has slightly different special needs to address that, other than what I did. Issue may be deferred to relevant, has he had that opportunity to come ask for some other charges? Yes, very safety, special needs to address that.
So what-
Revocation may be appropriate, Judge, based on that. Has he had that opportunity in the past for some other charges? Yes, we would be of the opinion that if he goes.
So what,
Revocation may be appropriate, Judge, based on the underlying offense itself.
okay, I'm just reminding myself also, so what I did not do previously was go through and take a look at that old pre-sentence report, which has the criminal history. Which I'm just reminding myself also, so what I did not do previously was go through. Already been to prison, given an opportunity on probation in 2020, which includes not long ago, 5 years ago, revoked. And already been to prison, given an opportunity on probation for 2 theft in 2020, which one was a TDC case given 5 years ago, revoked, and so pretty much sent to prison, parole barely, and commits this for offense. 2 theft cases. One was a TDC case given 3 years. We're where we are now, and so pretty much gets off parole barely and commits this offense. Yes, gets the opportunity at probation, and we're where we are now.
I think it does have issues with Miss Adriana, so you will see a misdemeanor as well, and again.
Yes, okay. I am looking back at history, juvenile history, going back to 2013.
The issues with Miss Adriana Bill.
Assaults, violation of, okay, court orders. I am looking back at history, ended up juvenile history, going back to 2013. Texas Youth Commission, for some reason, they kept assault, putting you on probation all the way until 2018. Court orders that look like you apparently should have ended up an adult. Then you start getting commission for some reason. They kept misdemeanors, get probation all the way until 2018. Those are revoked. When you apparently become an adult, then you start getting child while she's pregnant. You get a misdemeanors, get probations on all of those. You don't take advantage of that. You probation. I feel like at the mother of your child while she's pregnant. You get a 5-year deferred probation, and you don't take advantage of that.
probation.
Are a danger to,
I feel like at this time,
your children,
Ms.
you're a
Lopez,
danger to
said
the
is
menace
absolutely
to our
correct.
county and have been since
you
2013. Are a danger
Do you know
to
when his mental health was
your
restored?
children, you're a
wasn't
danger
Probably
to
when he started
the
using
menace to our
synthetic
county
marijuana.
and have been since
So
2013.
at this time, I'm going to find
Just
that you
one thing.
entered your
Do you
plea
know
of
when his
true,
mental health was restored?
I wasn't on.
probably when he started using
So-
synthetic marijuana. You were
So at
previously
this
in
time,
court,
I'm going to
entered pleas
find
of
that
true
you
to
entered
counts
your
2,
plea
3,
of
4,
true,
6, 7, 9, and 10. And then today,
So
I am going to make a finding
You were previously in
of
court,
true
entered
counts
pleas of
1
true to
and
counts
8
2,
based
3,
on
4,
the
6,
testimony
7,
of
9,
Ms.
and
Lopez.
10.
I'm
And
going to
then
find sufficient
today,
evidence
I
to
am going
find
to
you
make,
guilty, and at this
a
time, find you guilty of aggravated
true counts
assault with a
1
deadly
and 8
weapon
based on
I'm
the
going to sentence you to a term of
testimony of
12
Ms.
years in
Lopez.
the
I'm
institutional
going to find
division of the
sufficient
Texas
evidence
Department
to
of
find you
Corrections.
guilty, and at
There
this
will be
time,
an
find you
affirmative
guilty
finding
of
of a
aggravated
deadly
assault
weapon
with a
You
deadly
will receive
weapon.
credit on that
I'm going to
sentence
sentence
for
you to a
any
term
time
of
that you've been in
12 years in
custody
the institutional division
that
of
the
the
law
Texas
gives you the
Department
right
of
to
Corrections.
receive. There will be an
And
affirmative
I'm going to
finding of a
hand
deadly
you, and
weapon.
you'll need to
You will
sign
receive
this
credit
trial
on that
court
sentence for any
certification that
time
shows
that
this
you've been
was
in
not an
custody.
agreement. There are some rights
That
to
the law
appeal.
gives you
You
the
can
right
talk
to
to Mr.
receive.
Burbank about that.
And
I'm
going to
also
hand
going to
you
hand you
your
a
written
written
admonishment
admonishment
regarding your ineligibility
that
to
shows
possess a
this was
firearm
not an
or
agreement. There
ammunition.
are some rights
Because
to
of the
appeal.
judgment
You can
entered
talk to
against
Mr.
you, you're
Burbank about
ineligible
that.
under Texas law to
I'm
possess
also
a
going to
firearm
hand you
or
a written
ammunition.
admonishment regarding your
Possession of a
ineligibility
firearm
to
or
possess a
ammunition could
firearm
lead to
or
charges
ammunition.
against you.
Because of the
Firearm is a
judgment
legal
entered
term,
against
and
you,
you should
you're
read the written
ineligible under
admonishment I
Texas law
provide
to possess a firearm or
You should read the
ammunition.
written admonishment I
Possession of a
provide you to see
firearm
what
or
devices
ammunition could
qualify
lead to
as
charges
a
against
firearm.
you.
If you
Firearm
have
is a legal
questions about
term,
the
and you
laws
should
that
read
make
the
you
written
ineligible
admonishment I provide you
to possess a firearm
You should
or
read the written
ammunition, or
admonishment I
about how
provide you
long
to
that
see what
lasts, you can
devices
talk with Mr.
qualify
Burbank.
as a
You
firearm.
need to sign that, and then I'll
If you
get you a
have
copy of
questions
it,
about
and
the
then you can
laws
go
that
back
make
with the
you
bailiff.
ineligible to
I do
possess a
think that's fair,
firearm or
and
ammunition,
hang on
or
to
about how long that
Mr.
lasts,
Bell,
you can talk with Mr. Burbank.
I can go up
You
to
need to
20
sign
years
that, and then I'll
today.
get you a copy of it, and then you can go back with the bailiff. I do think that's fair, and hang on to Mr. Bell. I can go
Talk
up
to
to
Mr.
20
Burbank
years
about
today.
that.
And just like that, the judge delivers a 12-year sentence. Was justice served, or was there still another chance?